My name's Phil, I'm 39 years old and I have a condition called nystagmus which I've had since birth. Nystagmus is one of many different eye conditions that I've got, which is kind of derived from ocular albinism, which is the main condition that affects my eyes. The nystagmus can affect my vision in a number of different ways. One of the main things that I notice is when I'm reading, it can be quite difficult to read simply because there's just loads of movement. One of the frustrating things about nystagmus for me is that it can get worse the more tired I am, or if I'm suffering from a little bit of stress. If I feel like it's starting to come on in quite a severe way, then there's a number of simple things that I find work for me, and generally it just involves taking a bit of a break or a bit of a rest from what I'm doing. So to rest my eyes, to rest my brain. If I'm in a crowded environment, then to remove myself and find somewhere quiet for a short period of time. I live a very independent life. I've got a senior role in my work life. I've got a lot of responsibilities and commitments. So it's really important that I'm able to be as productive and active as I possibly can. So I find that there's all sorts of tools and techniques really that I use to help with my sight and to allow me to just adapt things. I do the majority of my work on a computer, and I make use of a lot of the accessibility features that are available on there. It's like being able to zoom the screen or to zoom into text to make it more comfortable to read. Being able to change the contrast or the brightness and the colour on the screen to just make it more comfortable to read, that really helps with the nystagmus. Being able to use things like dictation to have stuff read out so that I don't have to read it, a screen reader for example. One of the more difficult things when I'm out and about is trying to spot things in a busy environment. So that might be a sign, a departure board at a station. There are little tools that can help with that though. So for example, I carry around a really small little magnifying binocular which helps me to be able to read departure boards and to spot things at distance. And just like really simple things like asking for help when you need it, you know. One of the tools which has really had an impact on my independence is having a smartphone. Because there are so many features that you'll find on a computer as well, such as a screen reader, being able to zoom, loads of apps to help with navigating around. That's really given me loads of independence in recent years that I didn't have before. I go for regular checkups at the hospital for the various different conditions that I've got, and as part of that I'll occasionally have a low vision assessment just to look at whether there's any tools, things like magnifiers, just to help with day-to-day life. And I've also got a really good optician who will give me regular health checks and to reassess my contact lens prescription as well, just to make sure that it's up to date, because it can vary over time, just to make sure that I'm getting the most out of my limited vision as we can. The nystagmus can vary depending upon the situation and the environment that you're in, but with age it's not going to get any worse. For me, the thing that helps me the most is being able to pick up on the triggers for making the nystagmus worse, catching them early and being able to do something about it. For more information about nystagmus and other eye conditions, visit rnib.org.uk/eyehealth or call our helpline on 0303 123 9999.
RNIB, supporting people with sight loss.